So, ngayon po, ang pag-aaralan naman po natin is t-test. So, dito po, ang given natin is a sample of 5 measurements randomly selected from an approximately normally distributed population resulted in the summary statistics. Mean is 4.6 and standard deviation is 1.5. Okay, so dito meron na tayong given na sa hypothesis. So, ang nakalagay dito, test the null hypothesis when alternative hypothesis is mu is greater than 6, then alpha is 0.05. Then sa pangalawa naman po is test the null hypothesis when alternative hypothesis is mu is not equal to 6 and alpha is 0.05. So, ngayon po ang kukunin natin is ito. Ito naman po yung formula nung sa t-comp. So, ngayon po, ang unahin muna natin or ang first step muna natin is determining hypothesis. So, katulad po kanina na nandito na sa given yung sa hypothesis, automatic po is ito na siya. So, for our null hypothesis, mu is equals to 6. Next is for our alternative hypothesis is mu is greater than 6. Dito po natin siya kinuha. Okay, so after po natin sa first step, magpo-proceed naman po tayo sa ating second step, which is determining the alpha. So, klaruhin lang po natin na ang alpha po is yung 0.05. Kapag po tinawag naman po natin na margin of error, ayun po yung percentage. So, ano po ba yung conversion ng 0.05 to percentage? It is 5%. Ayun po yung tinatawag nating margin of error. Kapag naman po confidence level, ang magiging confidence level niya is 95% since ang margin of error niya is 5%. So, equal po siya sa 100%. Okay, ayun po yung pinagkaiba ng margin of error, alpha, and then confidence level. Okay, so determining the alpha, nakalagay na po dito. The alpha is 0.05. Dito naman po sa third step is determining the test. So, dito po sa hypothesis testing, may tinatawag tayo na one-tailed test and two-tailed test. So, kapag one-tailed test po, ito po yung either greater than or less than. Kapag naman po two-tailed test, ayun po yung not equal, yung ganito pong symbol. So, since ito yung ginamit natin and greater than siya, ang mangyayari is one-tailed test lang siya. Then after that, i-determine natin kung right-tailed test or left-tailed test. So, para ma-determine, ang greater than po is right-tailed. Symbol po tayo nakafocus dito. And ang less than naman po is left-tailed. So, since ang nasa given po is greater than, ibig sabihin po niyan, one-tailed, then right. Ang test po natin. Pwede na rin pong right-tailed test na lang ang ilagay since automatic kapag right-tailed test is one-tailed na po siya. Okay, so for our fourth step is the degree of freedom. So, para po makuha natin yung degree of freedom, meron po tayong formula na n-1. So, ano po ba yung n natin dito? Nabanggit dito na a sample of 5 measurements. Ibig sabihin po, ayun po yung n natin, 5. Ano naman po yung mean? Yung mean po natin or yung x is yung 4.6. Then, yung standard deviation is 1.5. Napapansin po natin, wala tayo nung mean of the population. Ito po yung hahanapin natin mamaya. Uulitin ko po, yung n po natin is 5, which is, ito po, dito po nakuha, sample of 5 measurements. Okay, so ilagay po natin dito, substitute natin. n, which is 5, minus 1 is equals to 4. So we have the degree of freedom of 4. Okay, so now, for our t-crit naman po. So for our t-crit po, pagbabasahan po natin itong t-table na nandito. So mamaya po, ilalagay ko po ulit to sa mismong dulo ng video para po ma-screenshot ninyo. Okay, so kaninang kinompute natin is yung degree of freedom, which is 4. Then yung nasa given naman po na alpha, which is 0.05. So makukuha po natin yung t-crit sa pamamagitan po nitong dalawa at ng t-table. Okay, so degree of freedom ng 4, nakikita po natin, ayan po yung 4. Then nakikita po natin dito sa taas, may 1 tail and may 2 tail. Ulitin ko po, yung tail test po natin is 1-tailed. So, dito po tayo magbabase. So, ito yung degree of freedom for 1 tail and yung alpha na 0.05. So, titingnan po natin kung saan sila mag-intersect. Ito yung 0.05. Then, ito po yung 4. So, ibig sabihin po, ang t-crit natin is 2.132. Ayan po, 2.132. So, ilagay po natin dito, 2.132. Okay, so for our 6th step po is yung t-comp. So, dito po magko-compute na tayo. Balikan po ulit natin yung formula na nandito, which is x minus mean of the population over standard deviation over square root of n. Okay, so i-substitute muna po natin yung mga value. X is 4.6 minus mean of the population. So, ito pong mean of the population is nasa given na. Ito po siya. Itong 6. Ayan po yung mean of the population natin. So, ilagay po natin dito is 6 over standard deviation na 1.5 then over square root of n, which is 5. Then, tsaka na po natin siya i-compute. Okay, so 4.6 minus 6 is equals to negative 1.4. So, ngayon po napapansin natin na may fraction din dito sa baba. Ang gagawin po natin is i-reciprocal natin to. Since ang mangyayari po is madi-divide siya. And kapag po dinidivide ang fraction to fraction is, di ba po, magiging multiplication. So, reciprocal natin, ito yung magiging nasa taas, square root of 5. Then, sa baba yung 1.5. Okay, tsaka po natin i-compute to. So, negative 1.4 times square root of 5. Then divided by 1.5, we have the answer of negative 2.09. I-round off po natin siya. Ito po yung nakuha nating t-comp. So for the 7th step po is ipagko-compare natin yung t-comp sa t-crit. So sa t-comp po, ulit, meron tayong negative 2.09. Then, sa t-crit naman po, ay may nakuha tayo kaninang 2.132. So, basically, negative 2.09 is less than 2.132. So, ibig sabihin po, mas mataas yung t-crit natin, which is, i-accept po natin yung null hypothesis and i-reject po natin yung alternative hypothesis. Para po mas maintindihan nyo, i-illustrate po natin. So, sabihin po natin, nandito yung t-crit natin sa 2.132. Then, sabihin na natin ang t-comp natin is nasa negative 2.09. Dito po makikita natin, ito yung rejection area. And since nandito po yung t-comp, wala siya dito sa shaded region or dito sa rejection area, ang mangyayari po is i-accept po natin yung null hypothesis. So for our conclusion is accept null, reject alternative. Therefore, there is no and the sample measurement. Ayan po yung ating answer.